Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to First Snow. Last time, we got into a fight with Eileen because we just started making assumptions and did not respect her bounds. Anyway, let's continue. Aside from needing to tell Eve she can't have this sugary snack or that, as we walked around, shopping ended up being a quiet affair. Eileen went through the shelves with her usual military efficiency as she ticked off her mental checklist. Yesterday's argument between us hasn't helped. That's not the only reason for Eileen's quietness. She might not even realize it herself, but it's small things like that which remind me of her solitary nature. That ability to tune others out so easily isn't something that comes naturally, at least to me. For want of helping out at least a little, I took one of the overstuffed bags we ended up with to carry myself.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming and helping carry all this.
Sure.
It's fine. I want to see a bit of the town anyway.
Eileen!
Can we sit down? I'm tired. It's not that far to the car.
Hey!
Wouldn't hurt to rest a bit, would it? There's a bench right up there. Being Eve's side, it doesn't win me any favors, but Eileen knows she's been overruled. As Eve jumps back under the seat without any further prompting needed, Eileen and I carefully set the grocery bags on the ground and join her. Parents sure chose a nice place to live. More a town than a city. The wooden buildings and stone retaining walls give a distinctly old-fashioned natural look. Even the Christmas decorations are understated, amounting to the occasional sign behind the shop window. The odd person walks to and fro as we sit back. That's rude to the person, paying as little heed. Feck off. Are paying as little heed as they slowly go about their day. This should be the easiest occasion possible to make idle chatter with Eileen. Can I read? No! As time lingers on, though, the silence between us also does. Eve doesn't notice, of course, her little legs swinging up and down as she lazily watches the odd car go past. Again, rude to the car. As she suddenly brightens up and points ahead, Eileen and I follow her gaze. Inside the small ice cream parlor over the road, an old man in a pinstripe uniform turns the sign behind the glass door from closed to open.
No.
Don't even think about it. Come on, I've been good. You know what Mom said. You can't just have ice cream whenever you want. Besides, why would you want ice cream when it's already cold? Objection! Ice cream at any time is fine. In fact, I prefer it when it's cold, because I'm already cold. So instead of it being hot and then I'm sweaty and then I'm freezing, I'm already freezing. I'm just adding more freeze. Eileen's answer doesn't exactly satisfy the young girl. After a moment's consideration, I take to my feet and start heading over.
Allison.
I was just feeling like getting some ice cream for myself. Might as well get her one while I'm already there, right? Strawberry!
Sure thing.
2 strawberry ice creams come right up. With our sweets quickly devoured, we finish off the last of our cones. They sure serve them large here, but Eve managed to finish hers off quicker than I did. Maybe eating ice cream is one of those skills kids are just better at. Without needing to be asked, Eileen pulls a tissue out of the box from her bag and curtly wipes Eve's mouth. Get the feeling she'd enjoy being a mother, given how she fusses about her little sister. Eileen looks at me and knows that I'm smiling at her. Her face collapses as she opens her mouth to speak, but visibly thinks better of it. As much as I want to make amends, I don't want to apologize if I'm not wrong. You're both wrong. Everybody's wrong. Like, I guess it's better when you're on the outside, but... With neither of us willing to back down, nor wanting to fight with each other again, yesterday's argument looms over us as the elephant in the room. Focusing my attention on a less stressful topic, my gaze falls to Eve. Yes, the child is less stressful. The two of us sharing a brief smile.
I guess it isn't long now, huh?
Eve and I just look at each other. But it becomes quickly apparent that the topics reminded Eileen of something I've been avoiding.
You're being extra nice because you're going back, aren't you?
As Eve looks to and fro between Eileen and I my best to hide my disappointment in being found out. I was trying to think of a better way to break it before Eileen handled it so bluntly. It couldn't last forever, but I wanted to keep enjoying these carefree days just a little while longer. Maybe it was selfish of me, and I'll make myself clearer, but...
Wait! You're going?
Well, I do have my own family I want to spend time with.
Despite my best efforts to try and deliver the news as gently as possible, her bottom lip starts to quiver. Both of us panic a little as it becomes clear Eve's about to crack.
Eve?
Her composure collapses as she reaches over, her face weeping as she stuffs it into my stomach and grabs my shirt.
I don't want you to go, Allison! Stay here! I want you to stay!
That's one thing I don't miss. This has gone about as awfully as it could have gone. Glaring at Eileen in frustration, I seem to have made my feelings clear, as she turns rather sheepish. As Eve cries into my stomach, I stroke her shuddering head reassuringly, speaking as calmly as I can.
Come on now. Do you want me to remember you crying, or with a big smile?
My gentle suggestion seems to work as Eve pulls back and sniffs hard, her cheeks still stained red. She didn't manage to smile, but I'll take what I can.
There we go. That's more like the Eve I know. It's been so much fun playing with you. So, I wanted to thank you with a little something for being such a good girl.
Oh, you're gonna come back, right?
Don't worry. I'll come back. Maybe you could even come to Utah and see my home for yourself.
As she clumsily wipes her eyes, I give a big smile.
Really?
Eileen just scratches the back of her head, trying not to make things worse. We might have our disagreements, but I think we can at least hold things together for Eve's sake.
I guess we can try to work something out.
Eve looks from Eileen back to me, taking my hand in both of hers, with as much strength as her little hands can muster.
Promise me! We're gonna play again, right?
I just smile as I bring my free hand over both of hers.
I promise.
At that, she gives a toothy grin that I still like to see. She really is a charming little girl.
I guess that settles things then. Now come on, you two. Let's get all this back to the car.
Quiet yawn fills the living room as I tiredly wander through. The others in the house being quiet as mice. I really should have just gone to bed early, like the others in hindsight. Restless from the thought of the trip back, I ended up sitting around and watching television long after Eileen left for bed. Try as I might to find her say good night before going to sleep, though, she's nowhere to be seen. Running through the possibilities, I wander up to Eve's room, open the door as gently as I possibly can. The sight inside makes me feel warm just looking at them. Eileen sleeps on her side, wrapped around a slumbering Eve, curled up into a ball on top of her bed. Eve must have wanted one last cuddle before tucking in for the night. That's not creepy! Wow, what do we have here? I just smile as I silently look over them, slumbering peacefully together. Even as I look at them, I wonder if I belong in that world. No. We have briefly pushed it from our minds. But I think both of us know that the closer we become, the further apart we felt. With Eileen's peaceful sleeping face lingering in my mind, I gently closed the bedroom door and head slowly down the stairs. It's gonna be hard saying goodbye to Eve. It'd be nice to have a little sister, and I think she's enjoying having two older sisters doting over her just as much. Then there's Eileen. I try to settle myself before going to bed. I idly notice my phone left at the couch. Taking it in hand to bring it with me, I pause. Eileen's left hers on the table, some distance from mine, moonlight glinting off its screen. My heart sings as I turn on my own and unlock the display. Only the oppressive quiet is here to keep me company as I look down. A heavy weight weighing on me as I ponder. Eileen always did enjoy playing with her new phone. In time, she'll hear what I was too cowardly to say. Thinking of the girl I admired so much, I make the call. It doesn't go answered. She never changed the default voicemail message. As the uncharacteristically cheerful tone asked me to leave a message, my voice barely a whisper for fear of waking them.
When I said that we had a family with our little art club at college, I really did mean it. It might not be much, but it's ours. You were an important part of that.
Were? I pause for a moment, my heart stinging as I think of her. Even if it hurts, I know it needs to be said.
Maybe it was naive of me to think that way. Maybe I've been having the wrong idea all this time. I think
My throat tightens. I wipe my eyes on my sleeve.
I must have looked pretty stupid. I was so excited to be in love and to have a girlfriend that I pushed and pushed to get into your space. But you didn't let me. You didn't want me to. And even now, I can't even muster the courage to tell you this when you're awake. I don't know where things will go from here. I want you to be happy. But I don't know if I can be the person who does that for you.
In the end, the anger and frustration I felt at everything is nowhere to be found. There's just an emptiness. I can at least yell and vent to let go of the former, but nothing can fill that hollow feeling.
Good night, Eileen.
With that, I end the call. Silence returns to the dark room once more. The snowfall is thankfully light as I walk through the city. Bags in my hand from the day's last minute shopping downtown. People calmly walk to and fro, occasionally passerby of Eileen's country home replaced by the crowds of downtown Utah. Briefly distracted by the huge Christmas tree, completed just in time for Christmas Eve, I think back to yesterday's events. When all said and done, leaving Eileen's family ended up being a calm affair. I gave her parents my thanks for taking care of me at such short notice, and both said they'd be more than happy to have me again. Eve had also reluctantly come to terms with my leaving by them. And it was a matter of Eileen. Our sullen farewell was short and sweet, but maybe that was because there wasn't much left to say. Thanks to my time in Colorado, a surprising amount of things I needed to buy before heading back to my family slipped my mind. At least wandering around the city tonight's given me a chance to unwind and set my thoughts straight. Of course, my phone starts ringing as soon as I appreciate some time alone to think. I have my phone from my pocket with my free hand. I'm surprised to see it's Dad.
Hi.
Dad, hi. Hey, Allison. I catch you at a bad time? No, it's fine. Sounds like you're busy. I could barely hear you. Just wandering about downtown to fill some time and do some errands. So good to be picked up tomorrow morning? Yeah, I'll be ready at the apartment with all my stuff. Sorry about changing everyone's plans. I told you before, it's fine. Plans already had to change because of your finals. We'll pick you up tomorrow then. It'll be good to see everyone again. Is Mom doing okay? She's better, thankfully. You gave a bit of a shock when you said you weren't coming back for so long. We're all shocked. You seemed like you were having a rough time away from home, so I never expected you to go out of state like that. So they could tell. I feel a little sheepish thinking back. So you had a good trip then? I feel a chill as the last few days rush through my mind. Yeah, I did. Once again, Dad can tell just from my voice. It's impossible for me to hide how I'm feeling. Something in me compels to try anyway. What? I had fun. Well, when you're home, you can tell us all about it, right? Of course, I'm looking forward to it. I am too. You know that you can tell me anything.
Take care.
I know. Bye, Dad. See you soon. Love you. With that, the call ends. I stare blankly at the screen of my phone. I'll be happy to see my family again, not to mention the warmth and liveliness of home. I have to take a deep breath, a lump in my throat forming from homesickness. I guess that feeling never goes away completely. With the phone already out, I take a moment to glance through the photos I've taken on it. A few from Colorado are most recent, which will be nice to show my parents. As I keep going through, I stop at a photo taken just before I left for there. The screen shines brightly in the darkness of the night. The photo of everyone gathered in my apartment, celebrating the end of the semester, making me mull over everything that's happened since I arrived here. It's only been a few months, but my time since starting college has been an adventure already. I've learned so much, found so many friends, and discovered so many kinds of relationships. It's such a different way of life I lead now. The smiling faces all gathered for that one moment in time. It's all thanks to those around me. Like them. The phone goes dark once more as I lock it. The precious memory slipped into my pocket once more. Only light to be seen now is that cast by the Christmas tree, occasionally broken by the passing crowds. A strange sense of calm washes over me as I stand in the falling snow and slipping into my pockets for warmth. I was alone and afraid. Eileen was the answer to that, I thought. She seemed so cool and collected, managing life by herself. That strength of will was what drew me to her in hindsight. It was thanks to Eileen, Caprice, and our little club that I was able to cope with being alone. The reason that I was so at peace with myself isn't that I finally learned to live without others. It was because I knew I have others to help. Maybe I was too clingy, as Eileen said. I just wanted to know her more, even if she was brusque. At the best of times. If she wants to retain her solitude so dearly, though, perhaps for the best that things go like this. Swallowing the lump in my throat as I push the thoughts aside, I begin to walk once more. It's then that my phone begins to buzz in my pocket. Did I forget to say something? Eileen! Why is she calling me now, of all times? Should I answer? The phone is shaking in my hand. Pick up the call, and I have no idea what to say.
Hello? Allison? Allison, where are you right now?
She doesn't allow me so much as to get a word out, her voice breathless.
I'm back home in Utah.
No, I mean, I know. So am I. Can we meet somewhere? Where are you exactly?
I'm by the Christmas tree. In the city square.
Okay, stay where you are.
As the line goes dead, I'm left dumbfounded. Eileen is coming here? Within moments, I hear a car door slam loudly. Surely she wasn't looking around for me. The familiar figure jogs up as quickly as she can in her high boots, her long strides clicking loudly on concrete. As she slowly pulls up to a stop, our eyes finally meet. And so we stand in the city square next to a large tree. Between us, only the falling snow.
Eileen, why are you...
What? You didn't want to see me?
I almost respond, but the sheer surprise stops me from finding the right words. I end up just hanging my head, not knowing how to respond to her snark in such a situation. With my bags weighing down on my arms, I set them down. As I look back up, I see Eileen's quip for what it was. A diversion to hide her feelings. She soon realizes I've caught on, her voice turning soft.
I found your voice message. I didn't want to leave things as they were.
My face flowers into a blush as I grimace from embarrassment. I knew she'd eventually hear it, but it's still embarrassing to think about. As I think back to everything that happened, I feel a pang of regret. Once again, I feel myself shrinking away from her.
But... haven't I been a pain? Ever since we met, I've only caused you trouble.
Yeah, you sure have.
Thanks. It's that sardonic humor again. Can't remember if I ever found it endearing.
Why do you do that? Your first response to everything is to try and brush things off with a quip against someone.
Only because everyone sticks their nose into my business.
Including me, I guess.
I followed that up with a dry laugh. Yet Eileen's expression doesn't change. I should have expected that, but I feel my chest tighten in response to nevertheless.
I already had things figured out for myself.
As silence reigns, it feels as though we're just repeating the steps we took until now. Nothing's changed. I'm still me, and Eileen is still Eileen. For all I might want to get closer to her, she still keeps pushing me away. She came all the way back here to work things out, and we're still stuck awkwardly trading barbs. Everything we did together. Was it only ever a pain to you?
I didn't want to say it, but...
I steel my heart to try to force out the words, tightly holding my arm to try to steady myself.
I suppose this is all over, then?
No!
Her shout startled me. The point where she recoils a little from my reaction. I guess we're both getting flustered.
I mean, that's not what I meant.
Reminding us that we're not alone, a small child goes running by us as her mother runs after her. The distraction gives Eileen time to reason through all of this. I try my best to ignore the stinging of my heart. Everything is so confusing right now.
Every day was the same. Living alone in my apartment and working away in that art room. I thought I was fine being alone until you came into my life and messed everything up. When I thought you might really be gone, I realized how lonely I was. I meant what I said earlier. I can forget all my worries around you. I don't have to work hard and worry about being my best. I don't have to prove anything. And I thought you'd understand. I didn't ever expect you to take my parents' side. I didn't think you'd try to tell me I'm making the wrong choices.
My heart sinks. Is that how I looked to her? Like I betrayed her? Yeah, that's what she's been saying. How could I? I've always seen what her parents can't. She's serious about painting. If there's one thing I know about her, it's that. would I want to ruin that world of hers that I found so fascinating?
When I thought I might lose you, I realized you were right. For all I talked big about how you should try new things in college, I was the one pushing everyone away and trying to stay the same.
As I tried to think of how to explain myself, I realized Eileen's eyes have become moist. It's such a strange sight that I completely lost track of what I was going to say.
Eileen, I don't want to lose you, Allison. I want to try again.
Moments pass, I think over her words, trying to sift through my emotions. She looks so different now. Proud stature, somehow smaller, more fragile. She's scared. Seeing her in this state puts me on the brink of tears as well. I know my answer already. Given how seeing her like this affects me.
I only ever wanted to be the person closest to you. Why would I want to ruin that world of yours when it's what brought us together? Let's try again, Eileen.
Without warning, she pulls me into an embrace, arms wrapped tightly around me. My brain short circuits as she begins to weep, completely unable to handle the situation. I have no idea what to say as she clutches me tightly to her shuddering body, my own composure barely holding as my arms slowly raise and come around her back. I see now. Eileen's finally cracked under the pressure. The walls she carefully built up after so many years finally crumbling down at once. I hold her tightly to me as she cries, trying my best to comfort her. She's here, and in my arms. This vulnerable and honest girl is for only me to see. My eyes only barely staying dry. I hope your eyes aren't dry. They're supposed to be at least a little moist. This Eileen is one I've never seen. But she's the Eileen I've fallen for all over again.
Thank you, Allison.
I feel a lump in my throat as I stroke her hair, trying my best to soothe her.
I love you, Allison. I love you.
Holding her close as her words are muffled into my shoulder, I close my eyes to savor the feeling of her against me. Eileen loves me. This feeling, this warmth throughout my entire body as I hear those words. I guess I really am in love with this hopeless girl.
And I love you. Let's do this together.
Do what? We're such different people, with wildly different backgrounds and worlds of our own. As long as the two of us can let each other in, though, we can build a life together, side by side. We can start here.
It's okay, Eileen. I'll come home.
Yay, we did it! Ooh-wee. Also, the achievement said that you beat the game for the first time, and I feel like it was a conclusive ending. Unless there's an haha, they get, I don't know, what's it called? They broke up. Oops, all break up. That poor guy, he really got the short end of the stick on everything. I don't even remember his name, I think it was Wallace. Oh, did she head over to the house? To, what's her name? To Allison's parents' house. Main character of the game. Get it together, games. Come on. Oh my god, the club poster. The bunny! I forgot about him! I love him! I need 39 more games with that bunny, please and thank you. I was like, who has long yellow hair? It's her sister. So I really like this coffee house music. Yay! We did it! Their wives.
Oh, this is so exciting, Haley.
Hello?
Uh-huh.
It's a long time coming, too. Do you know if Millie knows yet?
I haven't talked to her since this morning.
Ooh, I can't wait to see her reaction. I'm gonna say something as soon as she gets home.
Don't you think maybe she should hear it from them?
Aw, but I really want to tell her.
I get it. But, you know...
Millie!
Hello. Got some stuff.
Welcome back. Took a while.
There's so many people out there today.
Guess it's the post-holiday rush.
That's not...
Millie! Millie, have you heard the news?
I was at my dad's shop half the day.
And?
And what?
Car trouble again?
Unfortunately.
Maybe it's time for a new one.
That's what Dad said too. He even offered to help pay for it.
You don't sound too thrilled.
But what would you do with this one? Trash it?
Well, sell it, probably.
If it still functions.
I don't want to, though.
Yeah, you can't!
Why are we yelling?
Why not?
I'd rather not accept something like that from him. He's already given me so much.
And you can't just abandon it!
Sure you can. Just leave it on the side of the road.
Lots of people do.
That car is like family.
As I said, if I was upgrading, I'd at least try to sell it.
Hold on. Let's go back to what Caprice said.
Yeah! Listen, you've had that car since high school. Think of all the places it's taken us.
We have spent quite a bit of time in that car. And besides,
It's like family?
Dad and I worked on it together a lot. I'm kind of attached to the little thing.
Exactly!
I know the feeling, but you can't hold on to everything forever.
I know.
I guess.
While we're on the topic, maybe some other people here should think about getting their licenses.
Driving is scary.
I'm a supporter of public transit, actually.
Yes, that! Me too!
Oh, really? Then you won't mind taking the tram from now on?
We like riding in your car, though.
It's fun going together.
So much for that. At least consider it. It'd be good for the both of you. Especially you, Caprice. I know you're getting your new club members to drive you around places now.
Hey, they want to go just as much as me.
Oh, really? Did they say that?
More or less. Plus, I've helped them out too, you know. Thanks to me, love is blooming in the art room.
How much of that was you?
No, at least 60%.
0%.
Really? Only 60?
Please, just promise me. As much as I love you two, I won't always be there for you to rely on.
You're not going anywhere, are you?
Don't worry. We promise. Right, Caprice?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon. After all, I suppose you'll still be needing rides to class this semester.
It's almost here. I'm getting excited.
I'm not really.
I've got a full slate of classes. Plus, there's a club to run.
I'm gonna recruit so many more members. At least double the size.
I don't even want to think about it right now. Are you too hungry?
Starving.
You gonna cook, Millie?
Oh. Ugh.
Not it.
What about the food you just bought?
Today was exhausting. How about you, Haley?
Let's just order something.
Why don't we go out somewhere? Take the car together?
Weren't you just saying there's a lot of people out?
Yes, but it's nice out too.
Oh, yeah. So, about that news.
Let's talk about it over dinner.
Okay, you drive. I call shotgun.
I'm the only one who can drive.
And we're very appreciative.
I'm looking forward to removing my tire chains. It's a little warmer today, so the snow is starting to let up.
Finally.
It's about time.
Are we just not going to put the groceries away? It's so gross. Yay! Look at them! Oh my goodness. So, that's it for First Snow. I really liked the game. I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I do feel like it's a one and done playthrough kind of a thing. But I enjoyed my time. And I like to see them try to work things out. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.